Ready.
To roll?
Yeah, ready.
You ready, Jack? Yeah. All right, Madison. So what is Marquette Shape?
So Marquette Shape, it stands for Student Health Allies and Peer Educators, and it's a club on campus that was started through Marquette Athletics, and the goal of it is to continue the conversation and grow it on Marquette's campus surrounding mental health and try to break the stigma surrounding it, especially around athletes.
Shape is our peer support mental health group, and the idea behind it is that we need to empower the student athletes to know their resources on campus so they can help each other whenever there's a moment or a period of time where there's a need for that. So to have them be confident that they can answer some hard questions or get them to the right resources is really important at that time.
About once a month. Usually, obviously right now with COVID it's a little difficult, but we usually get together and think about ways we can help other student athletes and just students in general around campus and see how we can help with their mental state and see what we can do just to lift their spirits.
You truly are fine till you're not. Like, we'll see kids and ask them how you're doing, and the answer is usually, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then when you're not fine in such a cataclysmic way that it usually needs some sort of intervention. Just somebody needs to step in and offer some support. It's a stressful experience, and they're high achieving, so asking for help is our biggest barrier. And it doesn't matter if it's like asking for tutoring help or help organizing their classes or help using a planner. Like, all that, there's barrier to asking for help. So certainly saying, this is harder than I thought it would be, is very difficult to say out loud.
The Ready program for like Zach Ranger.
Yeah.
Like his role and what the Ready program does for injured student athletes.
Yeah, I'm really proud of our Ready squad because it goes back to what I say all the time is you're fine till you're not. And we don't always know what mental health issues people are struggling with just because it's not visible. What is visible is injury.
We just wanted to emphasize injured athletes because they can be, I wouldn't say forgotten, but they can just be isolated on campus when their teams travel or they can't go to practice. The physical aspect of it is we go in, we change their room around, make it more accessible. It's just a support system more so than anything. When their team travels, we try to check in, make sure everything's going all right, just to hang out maybe because their whole team's away and that's who they're used to hanging out with. But it's just another way of support.
When you're a student athlete and you're supposed to be mentally tough all the time, I mean, we have t-shirts that say that, we have posters about that. That's great in competition, but there's times when you're not mentally tough. So I think seeing professional athletes start to talk about this, somebody like Marcus Howard from our own basketball team stepping forward last year and saying, I struggle, it normalizes it. And of course it's normal, you're not mentally tough all the time and stuff happens. So I just think that having the words to say this is part of the experience has been pretty powerful. The more people who know what to do if somebody's struggling, the better we all are.